Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking. I made this skull look for Halloween and here it is. I hope you guys enjoy and please subscribe. So I already started with my brows and my eyes already primed and set. I'm going to go with my MAC Studio Fix powder and I like to put this all over my eye just to create a blank canvas. Now we're going to go in with the Alyssa Edwards palette and we're going to smoke out my eye. So I'm going to go in with the deepest color, which is the black, and we're going to put this all over my lid to my crease. Now we're going to go in with that light brown color and we're going to use this in my crease. I'm going to use this for a transition color for the darker brown color I'm about to go in with. Now I'm going to go in with that dark brown shadow and put that in my crease to further smoke my eye out. Now we're going to take this Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter and we're going to put this all over my lid. I did put down some NYX glitter glue so the glitter had something tacky to stick to. Then we're going to pop some lashes on. I'm wearing the style Miami from Lilly Lashes. Now we're going to start sketching out my skull. I'm taking this white liner from Maybelline and I'm sketching out the drips for this side of the skull. Next, we're going to finish the other half of my face. I'm going to go in with this Covergirl foundation. It's Trublend and then the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I love this primer because it gets tacky, so my foundation has something to stick to and it doesn't slide off all day. And then the foundation is amazing as well. It's a matte finish and it's the only foundation that matches me perfectly. Next, we're going to go in with Smashbox Studio Skin Concealer. Absolutely love this concealer. It's super hydrating and doesn't settle in my lines. And I'm going to blend this out with a beauty blender. Then I'm just going to set that concealer with some Laura Mercier translucent powder. Then for a little extra coverage, I like to go back in with my MAC Studio Fix powder and just put that all over my foundation. Now I'm going to take a little bit of a smaller brush to get close to that line with the powder foundation. Now I'm going to take the Morphe bronzer. I'm only going to take the bronzing side, not the shimmery side, because I like my bronzers matte. And I'm just going to put this in the hollows of my cheeks. I love this bronzer. It looks super nice. I also can use this as a blush. Now that we're done that half of my face, we're going to move on to the skull. So I'm going to use these paints I got from Michaels. And we're going to use this paintbrush I also got from Michaels as well. The paint is okay. It is water activated, so you have to dip your brush in water first and then apply the paint. I don't really like the paint only because it's very thin and you have to apply a lot to get a lot of coverage. So I would definitely say use a different paint like the Makeup Forever Flash palettes to create a more smooth, flawless base. Now we're going to start sketching out my eye on the other side. I'm going to draw a black circle around my eyebrow and my eye with the black paint. And then we're just gonna fill it in. I would say definitely go over the black paint with a black eyeshadow. I totally forgot to do that. Now we're gonna go in with this e.l.f. waterline pencil, and I'm just going to make my waterline nice and black. Now we're gonna start carving out the jawline of the skull. So I'm going right underneath of my cheekbone and just drawing a line. Then we're going to draw kind of like an upside down U to sketch out the hollows of the cheek. Now we're going to draw a black line in between my lips just to darken that area. I definitely made this part a little bit too thick, so make your line a little bit thinner. Now we're going to draw a line so we can create some teeth. Now for the hardest part of this whole look, the teeth. So first we're going to start off by drawing some vertical lines all the way across. Now we're going to start drawing lines in between the teeth to connect the teeth. So I kind of think of it as drawing like little tree branches. Now we're just making that black line in between our lips that we use to make the teeth. We're gonna make that a little bit darker. Like I said, I did make the line a little bit too thick, so you can make your line a little bit thinner. Now what I'm going to do is go over the teeth with the white paint so the teeth stand out. Now what we're going to do is blend those lines that we made earlier in between the teeth. Now we're going to take this Smashbox palette. I'm going to go in with this grayish purplish color. At first the color looked more gray to me, but then when I put it on the skull, it looks very purple, but it still worked out. We're going to use this to create some depth around the teeth, so we're just going to blend those lines out a little bit further. Now we're going to blend in the black of the hollows of the cheeks. Then we're just going to blend that black into the teeth. I'm going to be using the black and white from the Alyssa Edwards palette. Next, I'm going to define the skull a little bit. So I'm going to draw a line underneath of my eye and then a line on the side of my eye. Next, we're going to start sketching out the nose. What I did is kind of thought of two mountains when I was sketching out my nose. So I start at a point and sketch out the tip of my nose, and then make another point on the other side and sketch out the other half of my nose. So when you look at them, they look like two mountains together. Next, we're just going to blend out that line I used underneath of my eye to define the skull a little bit. Now we're going to add some shading around the rest of the skull just to bring everything together. Now what I'm doing is outlining the skull and the other half of my face. I do this to create a little bit of contrast. Now I'm just going to define the drips on the other side of my face. So I'm just using the black from the Alyssa Edwards palette, and I'm going on the edge of the drips. Now we're just creating a little bit more shading throughout the skull. Now I'm going to go in with this Anastasia loose glitter. It's part of the new collection she just came out with. And we're going to just add some glitter on top of the skull. I am going in with a little bit of eyelash glue to hold down the glitter. Now I'm just popping some glitter in my inner corner. Next, I'm just going to smoke out the bottom lash line with that same black color from the Alyssa Edwards palette. Add in some mascara for final touches. And then this is the completed look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I just ask that you please subscribe, like, and comment below, and make sure you click that bell so you know every time I upload a video. Bye, guys.